Good morning, guys. Welcome to the stream, the Relentless stream. Another day of live trading for the London session. We've got we caught over 50 pips yesterday, which I'm going to go over yesterday's trade, and then we're going to get into a top-down analysis, and then we're going to smash some more pips today. Okay, so welcome if you're watching on YouTube, if you're watching the recording. Again, welcome. Drop us a like, subscribe to the channel. While you're doing that, I'll just get quickly set up, and then we'll get amongst it. Nice. Okay, we're on. Right, guys. So the stream itself, we are 56 wins, 4 break-evens, 5 losses. We've only had 1 full loss, and the rest have been partial losses. Okay, everything's tracked, logged. We have a MyFX book for this account. Everything's tracked and logged on our on our logbook. So every trade taken as a YouTube stream. We don't put a trade in here unless it's been placed on stream. Okay, so for example, yesterday we were in a trade, and I want to show this one because we got activated, we took partial, we were risk free, but the trade was still running. Okay, and then we come off stream. So I just want to highlight this one from yesterday. This was the 755 we took from. So if I get up my MT4, get up my history, where are we at? See if I can get this bigger. So 5, 6. This is that trade from yesterday. That's what we finished off with. 755 we took from that last trade. Okay, so not a bad day. Not a bad day. We did take a loss at the start of April, and look how many trades it takes to bring it back. You know, it's not many really. So yeah, okay, cool. Right, let's get into a top-down analysis because I'm itching to get amongst it this morning. Okay, so I've got my latte. We're ready to go. So this morning, monthly exactly the same. Now this is the last day of the month, so we've got to be careful. Yeah, last day of the month. Is this monthly going to flip today? That's the question. Have we got any news? We do have news. Consumer confidence, unemployment rates. That's so we do have news today. So it'll be interesting to see what news does. So with the monthly, now what we've noticed with the monthly, we've got no top wick and we've got no bottom wick. Okay. Now if we do close bullish, which is looking like, unless news pushes it down, right? If we do close bullish, I would imagine even if we want to drive up, we would get something like this coming down to that area to create that bottom wick, to then flip back to the upside if we're going to break the highs, that is. However, also what we're missing is lower down, we've got no bottom wick on this as well. So I would imagine here you're going to come down to create a bottom wick. So believe it or not, next month I can actually see it being closing bearish next month, but we'll see. But if it does close bearish, that's a good sign that we'll start pushing back down, because ideally we want to get back below 1986 levels. I would prefer that. But currently anything can happen with this monthly. It's bullish, it is bullish, but we know that it could flip at any point to the downside because of no top wick and no bottom wick. Now the weekly then, the weekly did close bearish. It's now got a top wick and flip back to the downside, right? However, it's only Tuesday today, so it could easily flip back up to the upside. So why would it want to flip back up to the upside? Well, you've got no top wick on this weekly, so I would imagine a top wick probably needs to get printed for this to drive down. So if that's the case, then if this weekly doesn't do it, then I would imagine one weekly will come back up, tap, to then flip if it wants to drive down, that is, or we're going to start working our way back up to push past that area. Either way, I do believe price will have to come back to this area before making a decision what it wants to do. Right? So currently the weekly, we're getting a wick fill on this week, so we are bearish on the weekly, which is nice. Also, we're now bearish again on the daily. However, what's happened on the daily is we did break above this support. We did close above, and then we've closed respecting still. So I really didn't want to close respecting. We technically got a nest play, right? Now the thing we've got with these dailies is these ranges. You've got another range here where you close respecting. So are we just rejecting from there to come back down? Could be. Or is this daily going to flip to the upside? Because you've got no top wick on this daily. So is this just a bottom wick for this daily to now flip to the upside? Because you got the nest play, or you're coming back down to break the lows. So very tricky on the daily now. Yes, we are bearish on the weekly. But the daily itself, you've closed nest. We haven't actually broke back below, which is a bit of a pain in the backside. Because now it means that this daily can actually do anything. We've got to be careful. This daily could flip to the upside at any point. Okay, so we've got to always remember that. The 4 hour, what's the 4 hour doing? So the 4 hour closed heavily bearish. Now where did it close? So the 4 hour range for me is here. The 4 hour range for me is there. It's not, well, it is kind of a clean traffic range. So the next 4 hour range is there. So could we see the daily come down to tap to then flip back to the upside? Now if this 4 hour had closed respecting, I would probably look at wing back buys from 23.15 or around these levels, because the daily's got no top wick and the previous daily closed respecting. So that's what I would probably be looking at, which we've just tapped. But the issue we've got now is we've already tapped it and we're pulling back. But I probably could have looked at wing back buys from there. But at the moment now we're a bit struggling now, because that daily can flip at any point back to the upside. We would sort of need a daily close below this level, and then that would confirm you're going to be pushing past to break the lows. Now, are we going to push to 23.15? I don't know. We have broke the lows now on the previous wick. What's the 3 done? The 3's bearish also. But if you look at the 3's here, they don't. Well, they do actually drive through. Three, 2 is bearish. Everything's bearish at the minute. You probably need to come and tap 23.15, but I want a top wick. This is the issue we've got. We need a top wick. Can we pull back to 23? So what I'm looking at is the hourly. Is that the hourly? What would we say? I would probably say, what's this on the hourly? Yeah, I would probably say that's more the hourly, which we've broke below now. Everything's broke to the low. Everything's broke to the downside, but it's already pushed and we've sort of missed the move. But I know the daily can pull back at any point. The daily can pull back at any point. So what I would probably like is a pullback very tricky today. I mean, it's the last day of the month. Because even if you look at wing back sellers, for me, that's the daily pulling all the way back. It could flip. So, I'd sort of want, I would want this getting tapped. And then I would probably take buys above here. But I wouldn't be able to do it unless this got tapped 23.15. So, I'm looking at this tapped. And then back up. That's your advantage point. This getting tapped back down, back up. Same again, tapped, back up. So could we take a wing back buy? We're so bearish. Are we going to tap 23.15? Could we take a wing back buy? Let me have a look on a lower time frame. It's tough taking wing back buys because we are so bearish, because we've done such a big push already. Morning there, good morning, John. 23.15 was where I was thinking of buying. 23.15. Yeah, but what's really difficult about it is the 4's broke the lows and needs to come and fill the range. So the 4 could easily fill 23.15 and close there, or you've got 2 what drive straight through. So you would need your stops below here in case you drive straight through. That's a big range. What is it? Oh mate, it's like 250 pips, because you're either going to come straight through or you're going to reject here, and we haven't broke the highs as such. I don't know if we're going to drive straight through. We could have caught, to be honest, I probably wouldn't even have got these sells. I would want a top wick tapping 2332. So the 4's broke the low, the 3, the 2 and the 1 have all broke out to the downside, and this is what's difficult, because you're going to come and fill the range as in close down here. However, if we can get some big pushing candles like 5 minutes, then yeah, we can probably take a riskier entry at 23.15 to come back up, because does this daily need a top wick? Does it need a top wick? Now, it doesn't need a top wick to close past it, but it's not going to drive, I don't think, because you haven't broke any highs here. Yes, you've pulled back, so if anything, you're probably going to do something like that. But still enough to probably stop you out, because where stops wouldn't be worth going anywhere else. And the thing with because of the daily could flip to the upside at any point, taking wing back sells down, even though everything's broke out, you'd have to be really certain on the wing backs off a lower time frame, and you'd have to be a bit more aggressive with stops. So as soon as the 5 flips or something, you then go risk free. So what can we do? What can we do with a drunken sailor? No top wick on the 1. Where are these going? So if we can get an hour close back above 23.23, then with this wing back buy could be on, because that's your fair. You've now had a bullish close, so we could look at that. Or unless something pops out. I do like the look of these here. $32 pips on the full line. Could that work? Could we bring stops closer? It'd be a lot more of an aggressive move. You're basically saying you're going to reject from there. Do we need to pull back from here? Let's go to the 30. So when the 30 taps this, do we pull back? So tap, pull back. Tap. We only pull back to here. Which is 28 pips. It's not too bad. 10. Then back up, tap. These ones didn't quite tap, but okay, we can probably look at that then off the 15. This, I believe, was probably news. What is this? 2 in the morning, it wasn't. That's what I don't like. This one. And this one, look at that. Would have to go below there. This would be a second entry, I would think. That's all I've got, is it? Yeah, this one could get you. So one can have a potential win back here. This one also, the second entry. If not, we could look at 2-3-15. But if we're going to take 2-3-15, we've got to be aggressive with stops. It'd be a case of a 15. If the 15 closes below, you could then look to. Could you? Because the 15 comes straight back and still plays out. Sorry, that's a 30, isn't it? What do the 15s do? I don't know what the 15s do. So the 15s mess about. This? Why did this happen? Grab loads of liquidity and then it dropped. Have we done that? What have we done? We broke this high, we didn't break this high, and then we've worked our way down. We'll probably due a pullback as such. Or can we drive through that area? Can we drive through this area? Probably could. How far are we going to drive though? Consolidation. Breakout. Is this a break to the downside in order to come to the upside? Tricky day, guys. Last day of the month. The last day and the first day of a month's changeover is tricky. I'm not actually on tomorrow, which I've got something on, which is just lands perfect because I probably wouldn't have traded the first day of the month. Because I just wanted to settle really. This is one day I could choose not to trade, probably the first day of the month or the last day. So, are we going to drive through? If we were going to drive through, we would probably do it already. So that tells me we are likely going to come and tap 23.15. The only thing I'm worried of is we are so bearish and everything's broke the lows, and it sort of goes against your rules, if you like. So let's have a look at the fives. You can still do it, but you've just got to work out when are you getting out. Fives come down. No top wick, no top wick. No bottom wick, no bottom wick. So you'd probably be in there, to be fair. Then you break the low, then you come back up. All the fives tend to stop short or push through. Look, this one here. Yeah, we could probably look at that. But this is us saying what's going to happen is the 15's bearish, 30, 1. We're saying that the 4 is going to flip because these 4s, well, the 4s broke out, so technically the 4 should come and fill the range. but it can even fill. You've got a minor range here at 23.20, which it could close respect, and then the new 4 pops down, taps, and then flips, comes all the way back up. Or this 4 is going to push and then pull back, but I don't think they do that. This 4's done it, this 4's done it. They could do. What's the next candle to close the wall? Everything's brought the lows, but I can't take sells because I'd need a top wick. I'd need a pull. To take sells at the minute, because we're so big, I'd need to close back up and then come back below, and then I'd take sells below here. But that's only if we haven't filled the range, because that would be my target. That's it. From here, here's my target, but I can't sell down now because I need a top wick on them. So I'm just thinking if we can get the wood laddie. I like this wing back buy though, because everything's bearish. Taking a buy is just a bit risky, but it does look like every time you come through, apart from this one, but this was after, you still done it, come back. I don't like this one. I don't know where this has come from. This is random. 2:30 in the morning. Must have been something on there. That must have been news. 2 5-minute candle. Got another one straight through. Hello. Hey. Sorry about that, guys. It's pretty risky, this. I do like it because a lot of them reject from here, but the issue we've got now is we broke all the highs and now you're coming back down, so you could easily come back straight through that range. Now you can come straight through to stops. I would probably need to see something close excuse me, respecting, or a big pushing candle. Now we've had a 30 close bullish, but it's closed respecting this minor range. It hasn't broke back in. Now the only way I could get a wing back buy on here 23.16 is if we got a big pushing candle, probably on this 15 from here, and then then I could probably look at it, but it'd have to be just a random pushing candle. And take partial move to break even would be fairly quick, so I'd need to see some fives. We have got potential wing back buys here, so you'd have to listen out to my call really. We're still respecting this mining on the 15. What are these? The fives just tend to mess about. We could easily mess about today. If we got something like this, one big pushing candle, no top wick, then yeah, I would take it. Because you'd think, okay, well, there's no top wick, so price probably going to have to come back up there. And then this is a big pushing candle down. So yeah, we could probably take it. So, but if we start like making our way down, as in bodies of the candles, then, you know, we can't take it. But if one candle pops out and then pulls back, then yeah. So we've got to see. I mean, we've got a 30 minutes to close shortly. Now, if this 30-minute closes, so we had a 30. We broke into this area. Then we had a 30 bullish close, which we've had now, and then the 30 closes bearish, and the next 30 closes bearish. So, you know, that's what we don't want really. We ideally need this 30 to be the one what taps. So if this 30 can come down and tap it, yes, I'll take it. But if this 30 closes bearish, I probably won't take it, because looking at previous day, the new 30 is likely to close down there. And then you might as well wait for lower time frames to give you signs that you're pushing back up from here. That's what you might as well wait for. So come on, can this 30 push down? Can we get a fast trade today? But again, I don't like this. Don't like this. London's opening in 10 minutes as well. So it'll be interesting to see which direction price goes. Are we going to power through? Because if this 30 close, this is the thing. You're in a clean traffic range down to 23.16, but I can't take sells because I haven't had a pullback at all. The 4 hours got not much of a top wick. I would imagine the 4 hour comes and taps previous support at 23.30. That's why I am okay taking a buy back up, because I think, well, we haven't had a pullback yet. So even if the 4 closes below here, you then should still get a pullback to break even at least, to then flip to come back to the downside. But what I am a bit worried of is the range below is so big that you're going to hit stops. If you put your stops below here, it's not worth putting the trade on. So you need to bring your stops closer. But yeah, you could come straight through. But good morning, Paolo. But yeah, I am looking at top wick on the 4. So let's see what this 30 does. So it is going to be aggressive, this, guys, right? Stops will be going risk free fairly quickly, so make sure you pay attention. And we can move stops fast. Okay, we've got on the 15. Ideally, this 15 has to be the one more taps. Because if this 15 doesn't tap, it means you're going to close down here. It'll be interesting to see how price reacts from this level. See if we're going to come straight through, or we're going to mess about and then come back up. Now, if we mess about and we get something like this, then obviously we're looking to come back up, aren't we? Oh, stand by, stand by. Oh, no top wick, this is nice. No bottom wick. Can this 5 come and tap? 3 minutes left of it. Can this 5 come and tap? We're pushing, we're pushing. See, the closer you get into the 15 as well, it means the 15 is going to close down. It means the next 15 could drive further. Are you going to come straight through on the 15? I ideally wanted the 15 to tap and then pull back. I don't think it's going to do that either. Oh, it's pulling back. Nah. I don't know if I can take that, guys. We've got 2 minutes left here. This 30 would need to be the one that taps it. But if this 30 closes like this, well, I suppose these are 30 here. Is that a minor range on the 30? Is that all I've got? So there is a minor range on the 30, which is here. So if we close respecting on the 30, does that mean the new 30 is going to pop down, tap, pull back? We could potentially do that, but also it means that you could come straight through. Oh, look at price pushing. If the 30 closes below, guys, then see, the only thing what's telling us bullish at the minute is the daily. The daily probably needs a top wick and could flip because he's still in that range above. So is this the bottom wick for the daily? That's the question. Is this just a bottom wick for the daily to flip back to the upside, or are you going to close bearish on this daily? And if you close bearish on this daily, then yeah, you're going to be working your way down to come past. So you got no top wick on the 4. So I'd imagine a top wick. This didn't break a high, but this one did. So was that the liquidity to drive? Could be. But I haven't had a pullback, so that's another issue. You've got no top wick on the 1, but you did pull back here. So that could be a liquidity what's grabbed in order to drive through. It's a nice big pushing candle though, it really is. It's sucking me in. If there's no bottom wick on this 30, that's landed in the worst place ever. So anything now really, I would probably want this. Oh, no bottom wick. I knew you'd do that. I knew you'd do that. No bottom wick on this 30, so it tells me that we're probably going to get a bullish close on the 30, so we're likely going to push further down and then flip back to the upside. Oh, that's not what we wanted either. That means it's pulling back in order to flip back to the downside. You've got no bottom wicks actually. Can we pull back? Can we pull back? 23.19 on the 5. Because this is going to have a bottom wick. So can we pull back to tap previous support? If we can pull back to tap previous support on the 5, on this 5, the new candle's still going to have to come back down to create a bottom wick for these two before driving, so we could grab that if this 5 can push up. So we could sell from 23.19. But I'm not really into this one, this 23.15 now, guys. If anything, it would be 23.12 because the 30's closed out. I know there's no bottom wick, therefore we should end up being bullish anyway. But still, we've broke out on the 30 and the next range on the 30. Well, there's a range here at 23.15, but you've also got another area at 23.12. So I would probably prefer 23.12 now for wing back buys up, because we're so bearish at the minute. So bearish. So we need to see price sort of struggling. A 5 would have been nice, so if we could pull back. I don't think there's any other time a 30's closed here with no bottom wick. No. Look at that. If that 5 it came up and tapped this, I'd be in, because I knew you would need a bottom wick on the 5, on the 15, and the 30. That would be our advantage point. We didn't pull back enough for us. I mean, what did it? Well, it's 12 pips, I suppose. We've had days like this before where it's just constantly to New York. London's opened up now, so let's see what London does. Are we going to reverse from here? Are we going to respect 23.15? Are we going to reverse from it? What I would like to see is if the 15s and the 30s can close respecting around these levels, and we can see prices struggling without coming back up, and then we get one candle pop out, tap to come back up. That's what I would like to see. But we're so bearish at the moment. To take this wing back bar, you needed like one candle to pop down all the way, tap, and then you get this pullback. But because we've had the pullback, it's less likely. Could still do it, but that was your advantage point. What are you saying, Crazy Beast? I'm sus if it closes but doesn't hit 2015, it'll flip. 23.15, it'll flip. I'm sus if it closes but doesn't hit 2015, it'll flip. 23.15. Yeah, well that's it. We're trying to work out if it is going to flip from there. But at the minute everything is bearish, and I believe you probably have got liquidity to come all through this range. So we're just going to have to wait. I'm going to have to wait probably for the hour to close now. I need to see the hour close and respecting some ranges. Straight through that. This might still play out, but at the minute it's not for me, this trade. So did you tap my area? You've got a bottom wick. We're probably going to have to see what this hour does. If this hour, very difficult again, if this hour closes below 23.05, you would need a top wick breaking the highs even to sell it down, because you'd have to confirm you're not going to get the fake out back in. So you would need a top wick, pull back, then sell stops underneath to come and fill this range. But if you close respecting, price doesn't really show me on the hour that you close respect and then you pop down for the wing back buy. You actually break out, get a fake out, and then you could look at a wing back buy, but you already tapped the level, so we're in an awful area at the minute. Awful. What are you doing? What are you doing? We've only got that and that to go off. Previous data. This here, where price flies straight through. And then an area where price really struggles. 23.50. It does really struggle from there. So, but the issue you've got now, you struggled. Why did they struggle? Well, because you're hitting off these levels. So hit, come back down, try it again, struggled. Then you've had to break all the highs. Now, so this level here, then you've come out, you've grabbed all the liquidity now above these levels, because there's loads of money above here now. So now you've got enough fuel to maybe drive through this level and even drive below. However, the issue we've got is I can't just enter. I've got to get some sort of pullback to get in, and then we can get in, or then we can take a break. That's our issue. We're so bearish, we're not able to get in at the moment. That is. I'm sure we'll grab something. So I'm probably going to wait for this hour to close now, guys. Not much we can do. I'm just going to nip to the toilet-y. I'll be back in a second. Get some tunes on for yours. Well, so you don't think it'll bounce off 2015? I don't. Well, think about it logically. It doesn't have to. It's got liquidity to drive through if it wants to. That's what you've got to ask yourself. Don't think, just look. Well, it's picked up loads of liquidity. All this is picking up quite a lot of money. That was the consolidation area there. That there. Consolidation, breakout, fake out, the proper direction. Do you know what I mean? So you've got to see yourself, well, it has got enough fuel now to drive through. So yeah, it might not, but price moves up and down. I mean, here's only what 15 pips you were targeting, so it could still play out this. But everything's bearish. You don't really take sells when everything's bearish. Sorry, buys when everything's bearish. I'm gonna have to wait for price to close respecting areas or pullbacks. Like at the minute, we could probably take a wing back sell from 23.30, but this is where it gets tricky today. This is where I mean it gets tricky. The daily could flip to the upside at any point. So if you're looking at a wing back sell from 23.30, it doesn't mean it's good. That's the pullback to flip, right? That could be the daily flipping, and this coming out the low is picking up liquidity from the downside in order to drive all the way through on the daily to flip to the upside. So very difficult day today, really. So we've got to be very careful with how we trade and overly cautious. That's what I'm saying with stops. We'll be aggressive with stops. We'll move stops quickly. Okay, but at the minute, I've got now going on at the minute. I'm probably going to have to wait for... I know we've got no bottom wick here. Well, actually, wait there, because this is quite a big pushing candle. What the fuck is this song? Get off. You have got a nice big pushing candle, but the issue you've got is the 30 closed. So we've got a reason to come back up because there's no top wick on the 1 hour. And there's no bottom wick on this 30. So, is this 30 going to close bullish? That's the question. They tend to close the opposite. But this 30 hasn't closed respecting anything. It's still got range to fill. It's another thing I don't like. But if this 30 can pop down to 23.12 and we can get a big pushing candle from this angle, then potentially we can get 23.12. But again, we've got to move stops aggressively. Literally on a 5 minute. As the 5 minute pulls back, we'll move stops. I'm more looking at this. We could also drive through. Ooh, tricky. Tricky. So the 15 closes in 2 minutes. Ideally, you'd need this 15 to come and tap and then pull back. Because we're so bearish. Here's another thing, you've only got 2 minutes left of this 15. So if this 15 did start pushing now, and you're going at the last minute, you're thinking, okay, I've only got 1 minute for this 15 to tap, pull back, close respecting. It's unlikely. You can do, but the closer you get to the countdown, the 15, you probably think, okay, well the 15's going to close down here. Do I really want to take it? It's too late now for the 15. We needed that push down in the first 10 minutes of the 15, and then the last 5 is the one more pulls back. So again, we're trying to catch a bloody fallen knife at the minute because we're so bearish. Yeah, I'm going to wait for the hour, guys. There's nothing I can do at the minute. I'll be back in a second. Right. What are we doing? So London's opened. It's got no top, bottom wick, sorry. Morning Sharif, how are you doing, mate? See, what I would probably need is an hour close below, and then I'd need a pullback, and then we could sell below. But at the minute, there is signs of we need to push back up, right? You've got that. You've got a couple of fair value gaps there as well, if that's what you're into. So I would think you're going to come back up to 23.23. 2 broke a low, a 3 broke a low. I can't see this flipping, that's the issue. Nice big push and 4 though. Because the 4 broke the lows, it's like it's broke out. It needs to fill the range, but with the 4s they can close anywhere because you've got this. Or are you going to come through? So it's hit our potential wing back buy back up, right? It actually looks like it's pulling back. So we did have a potential wing back buy on here, but because we've closed, which is playing out, that's what I'm saying. Look at the 30, so no bottom wick. Remember what we said about the 30? When there's no bottom wick, you tend to then close the opposite. Okay. So this is a no-go. So what are you going to do, 30? That's the question. Are we going to get something like this where we come right back up? What are we going to do? Do we need to break the lows one more time? Can we get this tapped? Are we going to close bullish on this? So the 30 close similar. Actually a bit further down, but you get a bearish close here, then you get a bullish 30 close, and then the new 30 powers through and actually closes down here, so you'd probably pop yourself, right, and then you start coming back up. But if we can confirm that even if you want to drive down, you've got to tap back up, retest in order to drive down, then yeah, we could take this. Hoping to catch the push back up. Oh, look at that 30 now. That would have been nice. Anyone take that? Wasn't for me, like. Mm-hmm. 7 minutes left of this 30 as well. Now, it's a good sign. If the 30 can close bullish, it is a good sign. Because what we might get is if we do close bullish on the 15, yeah, it means we might have to break the lows again in order to drive back up. But this is a sign that, you know, or this is the fair sign of, okay, does price need to push back? It might not. This could just be a pullback to flip to carry on, to drive down. But if we do come and break the lows again, this would be the next point of call where it's going to go to, and is that going to initiate the push back up, so like this? But I suppose it came back up there, so maybe not. What are you doing? 5 more bottom right. can't take sells at the minute. I mean, if this 15 pushed all the way to 23, potential, yeah, win back sells from there. Because you're still going to have to probably break the lows again before driving up. But this 15 would have to do it, really. Do we need to pop out? What are you doing? Got no bottom wick on the 5. Oh, you have a little one. Got no top wick on this 5. So is this 5 going to close bearish? Unlikely. 30 seconds left of it. Are we going to have to come and tap? And then decide from there whether we're going to push back down. Could we take a sell from 23.20? Oh, is this 5 going to flip? Remember, it might be a fast ball, this guy, so you've got to pay attention. Okay. That'll be a case of, right, I'm in on buys or sells on this. Do we need to come back down? The hour's closing next. Where's this hour going to close? It's going to be very interesting how this hour closes. It's not the 4, it's not the 3 or the 2 closing, I don't believe. You still got no top wick on this 2, so can this 2 pull back? But that would be this flipping, which I can't see it flipping. I think that 2 will probably close down here. Three broke out as well. 4. Sort of done its push on it. What are you doing, gold? What are you doing, mate? I would prefer sells down to 23.02, but I'd need a top wick. And then that top wick, you'd have to be cautious, because is that just the daily flipping back to the upside? Tomorrow would have been a, well, I say tomorrow, it's the end of the month, but if it wasn't, and we're in this situation, tomorrow would be better. You just need you'd need a bearish close on this daily, that's it. Bearish close anywhere, and then you know you're coming down. But at the minute, we've closed Nest play on the daily, so at any point, and plus you've got no top wick, at any point this daily could flip to the upside. Could. Right. It might not, but it could also close bearish as well. Because this could just be a pullback, to push back down, fake out to the upside, to come back. But until they close, we have to act upon what we're seeing. At the minute, the daily can flip to the upside. Got to be careful taking wing back sells, because that could just be the daily flipping. Yeah. So it's a tricky one. A real tricky one at the minute. And it's hit our advantage point. This was our advantage point really. 2317. But we couldn't take sells because we couldn't get in. Had no pullbacks. It's just drove. Everything's drove. So it just means we either need to wait for a breakout to the downside, or we identify price struggling here to buy back up. Because if it's struggling here, we know we're going to have 23.23 to push past these levels. Right, but you're more than likely on a previous day, you're probably going to push to 23.32 before driving down. So we could get the buys up. Counter trend, but I say it's not counter trend because the daily's closed nest play for me. Hey, another day. I mean, we got a lovely trade yesterday. If you watch the stream back, guys, from the start, I go over yesterday's trade. I don't go over the trade because I deleted all the blue johns, didn't I? Like an idiot. But I showed you what we took. 755 we took from yesterday. We were up 50 plus pips. Nice. Okay, there's the 1 hour. What is this hour done here? So it hasn't fully filled the range. Oh, is that a range? Is that the range? But it's broke out. So you've got a range here on the hour which is broke below. And then the next range I'd probably say this. Then you've got that. So we're sort of free falling at the minute. Down. Could we sell down? I'm just cautious about selling down. It does look like we're probably going to have to come and tap this, but I need a top wick, guys. I can't get in on this. I need a top wick. But you could easily, it looks like it's free falling to 23.13. So if this is your trade, go for it. I need a top wick. I need a top wick at 23.23 in order to take this. But yes, we could easily come and tap 23.13. Tricky taking this wing back by now. So 1 hour's closed below. What are you doing to me today, gold? Come on, baby. We've got an hour left of the 4. The 4 is going to be key, I would think. Because if you get a forward close below, you're likely then going to be pushing down. But if you close respecting, it means you, yes, you might get a bottom wick, but you could look at something like this for a wing back buy up, really. But it looks like we broke out on the 1 hour, guys. On the 5s. So it does look like we're going to come and fill this range down. I can't really take sells though. I need a closure back above. Not much going on here. Not much going on for us. I won't lie. What's this daily gonna do? So you haven't broke out on the daily yet. A daily close below 23.16 would be fantastic. After a top wick coming down straight forward, it should be coming. That should initiate this move all the way down. But we haven't had that yet, so I can't act. We don't know how far this daily is going to close. Is it going to close below? I need a top wick here. If this forward breaks the low, we could look at this for a wing back sell. But we've got to be careful because that's the daily flipping. I mean, the 3 hasn't closed. Can we pull back? So the hours broke the low. We could have a potential wing back sell from 23.23. Can the one pull back? And if you do pull back, you're going to get this big push. What was that? That must have been news, that one. So if you break below, you can actually get a big bullish close all the way back to 23.23. But in order to do that, do you need to tap this? So if that's the case, can we, if we get a maybe a 15 close back into the range? So if we get a 15 close back into the range, then this wing back buy could be on. Ideally a 30 close back above, because you might get something like this. Broke below, close back in, you mess about up and down, and then one candle comes through, tap, straight back up. So yeah, we could look at something like that. We're struggling. Well, ideally a 30 back into the range. Nah, we're just waiting here, guys. Anybody caught anything this morning? flipping back up. Can we get some closures back up? Do we need to break the lows again? We're just waiting here. There's not much on at the minute, guys. I need some closures back above just to confirm, and then we take that wing back buy back up. If that's what it's going to do. Or some pullbacks. I'll be back in a minute. We're not budged at all. May I ask, you said that there is nest to play on daily. I'm not sure if I can identify it by myself. Would you mind to help me with it? Is it that it broke 2031, then closed bullish below 2031? Okay, so the nest play I'm seeing, okay, is, so, oh shit, if we get rid of this, right, so, why is it doing that? Whoa. What the fuck? What the hell? This mouse is proper playing up. Won't let me drag the bloody screen. He's putting the box on. Oh, there, that's right. What the hell is going on? Morning, mate. Okay, won't let me drag my screen, guys. I don't know what I've done. I haven't done anything. This is why I hate technology, because things just randomly change. I haven't touched anything. I've lost all my drones. What is going on? I have to get a new mouse. What is going on? 2 minutes, guys. My bloody mouse is playing up. I don't know what's going on with it. What the fuck have I done here? For some reason this button's like, it's locked on a box. It won't let me, what's this? My favorites. don't know why it's doing that. Then we've got a potential. Magnet mode is on. Alright. Get the magnet mode off. Magnet. What the fuck? Guys, I don't know what's going on here. Any IDs, anyone? It's just every time I'm left click and holding to drag my screen, it's just got the box up. What the? Alright, 2 seconds. I'm gonna have to grab a different mouse here. We've got in a second. That is weird. I don't know what's going on with that mouse. Let's see if this works. I don't know what's going on with this. On this as well, must be TradingView. What the hell have I done? Single layout. What the fuck? Any IDs anymore? Obviously not that bad. I really don't know what I've done. Morning Krish. I'll have to Google that. Oh. This is what I mean. It's working now. Fucking hell, I hate technology, mate. Like, randomly just change itself. What the fuck? Fucking hell. Anyway, apologies for that, Nelly. We have got a potential wing back by here, but so Nestle, right? Nestle. I'm going to do another top down anyway. So for me, let's get rid of this. So we had a bearish close, okay, and the daily was here for me. You've got other ranges. You've got another range there, and you've got another range, yeah. But really, that's all you've got to. That's all we had to go off. So what had happened is we broke below. We broke below. There's this. Yeah. And then we had a pullback. You tapped, confirmed that this is now a new support. So this is a new zone. You even done it again, I believe. Yeah. Again, confirm that this is a support. Then I believe we closed respecting. So you're still in this range to the downside, and then the next candle broke back into the upside, back in. So you're now back in this range here, because your next range is that. You've got another daily range there. Now if I put the line chart, I can see what comes up and down. It's only a small range, but still, you're still in that range. Therefore, where should you be coming? Well, you should be coming up to fill the range. Right? That's what you should be doing. Until you break back below, you're still in that range. And then what happened is the daily closed bearish, but the daily closed bearish didn't break back below 23.32. So technically we're still in this range. Therefore, where should we be going? Well, we should be coming up still to fill the range. And this move is what you call a nest play. So what tends to happen with a nest play, I'm not saying it always happens, tends to happen, is a new candle will open up, push down first, and then flip to the upside to come and fill the range like that. And then this whole move here, obviously you'll have a bottom wick on it. Obviously this daily's broke the lows, it's actually come down, no, it's nearly there, isn't it? And then this whole move here is what you call a nest play. Does that make sense? I hope I've explained that okay for you. So that's what I'm worried about. That's what could happen today. Okay, so the daily could flip to the upside at any point. Let's get rid of this. I believe we're close to that wingback area. So I think the daily could do that, but it might not. Until the daily closes below here, we still should be coming to head to 23.52. So that's my issue I've got, taking sells. Now you've got no bottom wick on the 4. The 4 range is this. Sorry, no top wick on the 4. The 4 broke out, the 3 broke out, the 2 broke out, the 1 broke out, all the way to the downside. And this is the range. It's filled the range on all of them. So we're either going to reject from here to come back up for the flip, or if we break below, it means the daily's likely going to close bearish to the downside. Do you know what I mean? So that's why I'm cautious of taking wingback buys or sells. I'm cautious of taking sells now because we filled the range. I need a pullback. Okay, 3, 2, you got another range here. So you didn't even get a pullback on that. 3, 2, and then the 1. The 1 range. Well, this is the 1 range really for me. This is where it's difficult here, you guys. How are we looking? Oh, no 15 top wick, no bottom wick either. Okay, stand by because I might get in on this with that 15 looking like that. It's going to be a very aggressive move, guys. If you don't like it, don't take it. Okay. We're basically saying that the 15, does the 15 need to come back up? So where's the 15-minute range? If we found, you've got no top wick and you've got no bottom wick on this 15. So is this 15 going to have to flip to the upside? It might not even come that far though. It might only come 23.13. The 15, the last time I'd done that, no bottom wick, no top wick, price did come back. So this wingback buy could be on. Okay. And the 15 can actually close down here. But remember, we broke out everything, but it's filled the range. So even if you break below this range, you should so for example, if the 4, there's the 4 range there. If the 4 does close like that, you should still pull back, tap previous support, and then flip anyway. So yeah, it is a counter trend trade and a lot more riskier. Stops though gonna have to be stops at what is this? Could you get away with stops there? Stops are likely gonna fill the rest too. I can't do that. Stops are gonna have to be there for me. That'll be stops. So we need to see if we're going to reject for me off the 4. I believe we did have a second entry around here, didn't we? This is, I can't sell down because I need that pullback. So we're trying to identify where that pullback's going to do. So if we miss the wingback buy back up off the pullback, then we could look to get in on the pullback for the sells back down. So once we pull back like that, we could maybe look at something like this coming back down. We were pushing nicely on that 15. We really don't want this 15 to flip, look. We really wanted that 15 to be the one more pushes down and then flips and comes back. So we don't want a top wick on this 15. We really don't. That was our advantage point here. I believe it's hit area, yeah, this. It's hit this. That would have been our point there. So does that mean if we're going to pull back from there, are we going to come up to 23.21 to then drop through the floor? We could do. I ideally wanted this 15 to push. The last time we broke below there with no bottom wick and no top wick was here. And look what price done. 1 15-minute candle came down, closed down there, but then it started coming back up. You got no bottom wick there, man. No top wick there. Stop. Cool. Interesting. Come on, the 15. Now I'm only looking at this now because it's filled the range. So price hasn't broken out of this range yet. It's broken out of the previous range, but it's filled this one. It hasn't broke the low. Is that music too loud? Just want one pop back down. The 15 pushing again. Where would risk free be? I'd be going risk free fairly quick. That's 20 pips. We sort of need this 15 to do it. If you don't like this, guys, don't take it. Don't just take it because I'm taking this, right? You've got to be happy with it. You've got to do your own analysis as well. Look at what I'm doing and question me. Always question me. Why is he doing that? Why is he looking at that? That's what you want to be like. I won't take any offense to it because no one's really right. There's no right way to trade. Yeah, it's just what's right for you personally, individually. What works for you, and the way I trade works for me. I would have preferred that 15 closing back into the range. How far can we keep dropping, really? Or do we need to tap 23.05? What are you doing, gold? Very, very intriguing. What's nice is we still haven't got a top wick on that 15. So it is a good sign that we could look to come back up. But do we need, are we going to push down first and then fly back up? That's the question. Strength. Down. 15's pushing. Stand by, guys. We will be going risk free early. Yeah. Oof. I'm not in this. I'm not in this, not yet. Okay, I'm getting a buy stop on this 23.12. Actually, I'm in. I'm in, guys. I'm in on this. We've got buys on this. Let's see if there's a fake out to the downside to come back up, or is this the aggressive push down? Stops are 23.01. I will be going risk free fairly quickly. Okay. Now remember, we are very bearish. We're basically saying that this is the turning point. If it's not, you know, where are we at? Can we push back up? Come on, baby. Come on, baby. I haven't really got a target. It's just sort of So the 5's closed. Is the 15 closed? Is this the 15? Okay, there's the 15. Can we come back up for a top wick? I will be going risk free very soon. As soon as we get this pull back. Okay guys, I am going to be taking 75% out of this trade now, and I'll be going risk free. We are now risk free. Said we were going to be aggressive with stops. Okay, we're now risk free on this. Is everyone with us? Still with us? Because you've got to be all over this one. Because it is a very aggressive trade, okay? Well, so is this the turning point? Is that tap? I will probably take some more partial once we tap 23.15. If this 15 flips, because the 15's closed down there now, so this could be the push through if it wants to be. That's why I've took profit straight away. What did I actually take from that? 490, not bad. Not bad. And moved aggressively there. What did we take? Must have been 11 pips. There we go. There we go. Go on, get up there. Now, if we can get a 15 close back up there, is this that tap? So I'm looking at that. I'm looking at that. It means we might come back to here. So I'd definitely take more partial 23.70. If we do come back down, we could potentially re-enter for that move back up. But I'm hoping we could literally grab that back up. Okay. Now, reasons why was I happy to take it? Because we'd filled the range, the new range. We hadn't actually broke out yet, so I was happy to take that. But also 15 no bottom wick, 15 no top wick. So it's telling me that price is probably going to have to come back there, even if it wants to drive down. You're going to have to do something like that and that. Okay. So can this 15 push all the way back? Do you know what? I'll probably take some more partial here. Everyone happy? Did everyone get in on that? Anyone miss it? But to be honest with you guys, obviously this is me trading, but when you're learning this method and if you've done the course, Meraki, you don't want to be doing stuff like this really until you experience and you know what price does, you know how price is going to move, and then you can take counter trend trades. But really, you want to be keep it simple, go with the trend. Obviously you're bearish, wait for that pullback and then come. But over time, when you get better and better and better, more experience, you'll know how price is going to react from certain areas, and you can sort of grab your 10 pips. We grabbed 11 pips there, but I took partial at 11 pips. No, it wasn't. 15 pips. So 15 pips I took partial at. And if this is the move back up, there's 34 pips. We can ideally get 110 pips, which is pretty nice. The nice ranges these. So we will see. I believe though, if this 23, I think we might have to tap. It's whether we're going to tap 23.17 and then come back down, which would stop us out at break even, or whether we're going to tap 23.17 and then push up. But my target is 23.24. That's all I'm targeting. I'll be done for the day. I'm probably. So it's either we're going to pull back, come back down, break even, then go, or we are going to just push straight back up to 23.24. We'll see. Okay. We ideally want this 15 to hit our area. We'll take another partial, guys, up there, and then I'll let the rest push to 23.24. Guys, if you watch on YouTube and you grab some profit, or even if you didn't grab any profit, you're learning stuff, drop us a like, subscribe to the channel. We trade most weekdays. London session 8 AM onwards. We've got a really nice high win rate, which is good. And we're going to add one to the stream as well. 57 wins, 4 break evens, 5 losses. We've only had a 1 full loss. The rest have all been sort of partial losses. So we've had a 5 close now. If we can avoid this bottom wick, not get stopped. You've got no top wick on it. Can this flip to the upside? Come on, baby. Get up there. Get up there. Oh, neck. Come on, let's avoid this bottom wick. Can we flip? Gold's getting stronger, which is nice. USD's coming down. So if we can get something like back in, maybe come back down, retest, back up, might get something like that. We're either going to get that. Oh, is this the flip on the 5? Is this the flip on the 5? Is she gonna blow? Because what we're trying to see now is fake outs back up to the upside, closures back to the upside. That's what we're trying to see. Come on, the 5. Get a top wick. I might need to come and break the lows before pushing. What did we peak there? So my entry was literally here. We peaked 23 pips. Nice. Did you all catch that, guys? I know it was a fast one. Did you just catch it? Morning, Corey. What are you doing, mate? We're in a trade now, buddy. You've just missed it. We're not long entered. We took 500 out, and we got runners, flyers. We're just trying to avoid a bottom wick on the 5. We're hoping this 5 can flip to the upside. Come on. Flip, flip. Oh, close. Ah, I'm out, guys. Okay, done. What did we grab? 24 pips there, but we took past the 15, didn't we? What did we take? 503. Okay, let's update this logbook then. April 30th, last day of the month. So when did we get on this? 09, 30. Oh, this was a counter trend, which are a lot riskier, so that's why you got to go risk free quicker. It was a wing back buy. This was off the 15. 503. Stop was, what was stops? I don't know what stops were. 100 pips around there. 100. 15. Let's hit. What was this? This was all counter trend. I'm not even going to fill that out. Very bearish. On the pullback. We actually didn't have any drawdown, did we? Okay, so we're actually back in profit now for April, which is nice. April 408. We took a loss, second trade of the month for 3k, which was 1.5%. So can you see, guys, the thing with this method, and this is where you need to see if you can handle it. When you take a loss, the controlled losses, it's not, yes, I risk 4k, but it's very rare I let 4k hit. Obviously this was a large loss, but it wasn't a full loss. Okay, now so partial losses, but yes, it can take 3-4 trades to get it back, and this is psychologically really difficult, but over time it gets easier, because once you start filling your logbook in and you can clearly see that, well, actually you look back your last 6 months worth of data and you see, actually, yeah, I am profitable. I might be just profitable, but I'm still profitable. Look at April now, last of the month. Yeah, we took that loss. We haven't done anything different. We haven't forced any trading. I haven't upped any lots. I can show you every lot for every trade. It's all been the same. Okay, so we haven't done anything different. But you need to understand that no matter what strategy you have, losses are part of trading. There will always be another loss. So if you get that in your head, there's always going to be another loss. When you take it, don't lose any sleep over it, because it's going to happen again. It's just the way it is. It's impossible to get a 100% win rate every month. Yes, you can get a few months, and yes, I am aiming for a 100% win rate 6 months on the bounce, but I don't want to be taking any less trades. Now the thing with April, we haven't actually took many trades in April because I was moving house and we had a couple of weeks out. Okay, but you can clearly see if we carried on and we had a full month, yeah, we could have been well in profit for April. Well in profit, really. The way we're trading as well, so we're doing pretty good on stream. If you add up all the profit, we've only had one minus month. That was February, and I believe that was the full loss, and that was the second last trade of the month we took, and it was a full loss. Okay, but at the minute, every month we've been profitable. So and this is based off 200k account risking 2% per trade. So it's all within your rules if you're looking at doing challenges and things like that, because that's what the majority of people do. We're not all privileged where we have a large amount of capital to put in a live account and we do what we want with it. We have to start from the ground. Yeah, prop firms, reputable prop firms. There's no one getting HFT or shit like that. HFT, they'll just disappear eventually, right? Reputable prop firms, 2% risk. This is based off a 200k account. If you took every trade what we took on stream and you 100% copied us, then that's what you'd be looking at. Okay. Alright. How are we looking? Oh yeah, the 5 look tapped us. I'm probably done, guys. I don't like how it's moving. Well, it's nice how it's moving, but I would definitely want to see a pullback. And I'd probably... It's risky taking sellers as well, because the daily could flip. Obviously, we've spoke about this. That the daily could flip at any point to the downside. Sorry, to the upside. So it's also risky taking sells. So I would just leave it. If you're on tomorrow, I'm not on tomorrow. It's a first day of the month as well anyway, so I'm not too bothered. I'll be back on Thursday. Back at it Thursday and Friday. Alright, any questions? Can't believe I missed a trade again. Went for a shower. You missed that 50 pip yesterday, didn't you? As well. Crazy beast, you need to start paying attention, mate. You gotta get on the charts. You gotta watch us. Stay switched on. Yeah. Alright guys, right, drop us a like, subscribe to the channel if you're new to the channel. Thanks for turning up everyone. And I will see you all on Thursday. Have a fantastic day tomorrow. Alright guys, toodaloo.